I am the biggest fan of hobbies, but lately I've been thinking about an area of my life that is neither work nor play. Originally, I wanted to talk about stress and rushing through life, and this is kind of adjacent to that, but upon reflecting on my own time and areas that I could be more mindful about, it's this time that's in between and outside of my career and my hobbies. The chores, the errands, the urgent and not so urgent to do lists. As an adult, a pretty big part of life. And I realize that when I'm engaging in this part of life, I have the tendency to live one step ahead in the future inside of my brain. Like, I'm completely tapped out of the present and thinking of the next thing that I have to do. For example, if I'm washing the dishes, then I'm thinking about clearing the counter while I'm washing the dishes. If I'm taking a shower, I'm often thinking about drying my hair or doing my laundry afterwards. Even something more peaceful and ritualistic, like making my matcha in the morning, I'm often completely tapped out and just thinking about opening Slack and reading my work messages. And in small amounts, I don't think this behavior is necessarily bad. It's even natural, but I do this all the time. And it's unhealthy in many ways. Aside from not living in the present, I'm putting unnecessary stress and pressure on myself. Like, most, if not all, of these tasks don't deserve my time and energy until I'm actually doing it. Like, thinking about cleaning the counter before I clean the counter doesn't make me better or faster at it. I already know how to do it perfectly well. I'm rushing for the sake of rushing. And for what? To reach the next task that I have to get over with as well. And it's not all about chores and necessary errands, it's unnecessary tasks and activities. But get this, instead of rushing through these because they're not necessary, I just often completely ignore this part of my life altogether because I don't have to do them, but it also doesn't directly contribute to my interests and my relaxation, so I'll just put it off. Like these prints, for example, that I bought at an art fair, they sat around for weeks afterwards until I put them up. Because even though it'll only take me a few minutes in reality and I'll get to enjoy them every day after, the task itself isn't necessary or fun, so I just don't do it. Or the jalapeno tree in our patio garden. It's been producing jalapenos at a pretty quick rate, and for a while I didn't know what to do with them, so many had just gone bad. And then it crossed my mind one day that I could pickle them. But I've never done it before and it sounded kind of complicated, so I put it off again. But when I actually looked it up, it was like a 10-minute process, and it's the perfect solution to preserving them. Or cleaning my keycaps that I really love. It's been accumulating dust around the edges for way too long now, and every time I wipe the surface of my keyboard, I say to myself, oh, next weekend I will actually take them apart and do a deep clean. And then eventually I just became good at brushing that thought away. First, it was overcoming the idea that work is all consuming and is your life purpose, and developing a mindset that allows you to indulge in hobbies without guilt. Now, there's a second mindset shift that I need to make, which is slowing down in life outside of my hobbies, because that part matters too. and also because it's such a big, unavoidable part of life. But what does that mean exactly? It's not realistic or even true to say that you can find some deep meaning in this area of life. Most of the time, it's not fun, and most of the time, unlike your hobbies or interests, you aren't learning something new or developing a skill that you are proud of. I think just being mindful and present in the moment, taking deep breaths, is a great start for me. And not changing the way I do things, but the source that I operate from. Like doing things out of gratefulness and safety instead of urgency and obligation. Because so much of the boring part of my life is actually a direct reflection of success in another area. I'm cleaning the apartment because I have a nice place to live, because I can pay rent, because I have a job that supports me. I have jalapenos to pickle because I have an amazing fiance who takes care of a beautiful garden for us. Simply thinking I get to versus I have to. Not making every single mundane moment feel exciting or more than what it is. And getting better at noticing that the part of life I'm so quick to rush through exists because I'm already living the life that I've always wanted.